Hey guys, what's going on? Day 4 of the Real Estate Agent Call Challenge. So we're on doing a 5-week thing. The first week is really to start dialing right away, but I know it's going to take a couple days that you spent the last few days trying to get access to everything, figure out the scripts, maybe practice a little bit. But you should be dialing by now and making your first few calls. And the biggest reason is not just to get over your fears, but you won't know what you're missing or what you'll need until you just call. So at least call one, just say, you know what, I'm going to call 3 phone calls today. That's it. Like if you're freaking out, just do it because it's going to be bad. The first one's the worst one. So you might find out like, oh, my Bluetooth doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, I don't have my script in front of me. I need a notepad. I need a pen, a backup pen, whatever it is, right? You won't know that till you just start doing it. So you got to just start doing it. If you haven't made any calls, just today, just make 3 calls. Just do that for me. Make your 3 calls. You'll figure out exactly what you're missing. And then tomorrow say, hey, I'm going to do an hour. The next day, do 2 hours. But by week 2 at the latest, I want you making calls 3 hours a day, unless there's some reason you can't. Why you want this, right? Go back to my email from day 2, I think it was. Why you want this for you and your family. Like, what is this going to do for you financially? These numbers add up. It's inevitable. If you take these actions every day and make them habits, it's inevitable that you'll be successful. You're going to get better at it. You're never going to get to where you want to be unless you just start taking action. Your past actions make up your current situation. Your present actions will make up your future situation. So if that's where you want to be, you got to take the actions, and this will get you there. It's been proven to be the fastest way for new agents to get business consistently. At the very least, you're going to learn valuable sales skills for your business that will serve you the rest of your life. You use sales skills, negotiation, everything, communication skills, all that stuff in every day of your life. So it will serve you no matter what, even if you stop calling someday. A lot of agents call for like their first year, sometimes just 6 to 10 months, right? Then they get so busy with so much business, they never have to call again. So it'll be up to you if you want to keep doing it. But just think at the worst case, after this 5-week challenge, if you just do that 8 more times, this challenge, you got 40 weeks under your belt. You could take a few weeks off and, 1 week off between each challenge and just challenge yourself to a new 5-week challenge, right? Do that 8 more times, whatever, 10 more times, and you've got your year under your belt, and you should be so busy with business and referral and repeat business, you'll never have to make calls again. So just get through this challenge and then get through your first year, and it's going to change your business and hopefully the rest of your life for the better. But you got to start today. So I got really exciting news. I had a theory that, you saw my earlier videos. If you haven't checked out the earlier days, like days 2 and 3, I was complaining about KV Core. The mobile dialer's got some shortcomings. It's good when you're on the go, but it's pretty bad in general. Even will freeze up and stuff on the latest, iPhone hardware and updates and everything like that. And the KV Core desktop has some shortcomings too when it comes to dialing. Mostly that I don't want to call out using a smart number. And I'm looking out for you guys, the new agents that don't want to pay $27 a month for your own dedicated smart number. I feel you. I totally get it. And I personally like to call from my cell phone. So if people, you got the caller ID for one showing who you are, and people can Google that number. They can call you right back at any time, right? It's your real cell number, and they're going to get a hold of you. And to me, it's how I prefer to run my business. So what we're going to do is turn the ringer off. You could set do not disturb on, everything like that. You want to focus. Let's get going. Now it's Saturday. I'm casual, whatever. I've been working in the house and stuff, but I also just took a shower, so I'm pretty hot. When you're making calls for your 3 hours, you got to be comfortable. Have some water with you, have your pen and paper. And with Windows, you could use the phone dialer. If you have a Windows computer or PC and an Android phone, look into the Windows phone dialer and use that to like right click on KV Core and dial those numbers, and it'll use your Google phone to call out. What we're going to do today, and I'm super excited because I just figured this out yesterday, is again, I want to use my cell phone number to call out. KV Core desktop won't let me do that. But from a Mac, I happen to have an iPhone, I have a MacBook, a laptop in front of me. So up here where I film these is my Windows computer because it just does video editing faster. But let me share my screen and show you exactly what I'm doing on my Mac with KV Core. And if you launch Safari, the native web browser that's, in a Mac, I usually use Chrome, but Chrome will let you right click and phone, like call using your phone. So as long as you have it set up on your iPhone to allow this number to be shared somewhere, and on your Mac, it's set up to use your phone devices that are on the same Wi-Fi network or whatever it's called. Look for those settings. It's I think it's on by default, but you might have to check it out. and go to launch your Safari browser, right? So even though I usually use Chrome, you want to launch your MLS, have that up, have a Google search up so you could look up their properties on, wherever, if it's listed somewhere else, especially the FSBO, for sale by owner. You're not going to find it on the MLS. So I like to have my MLS up. I like to, just so I could look up surrounding sales from these houses. You want to have your lead source up. Mine get imported in a KV Core. So I'm going to have KV Core up, of course, to make the calls, but also to log the activity. I'm going to have my MLS up and then a search window. So let's get into it. Again, we're launching the Safari native web browser. It's the only thing that'll let you right click on the phone number and dial the number using your cell phone when you're on a Mac. And that's with a Mac computer and an iPhone. If you're a Windows person with an Android phone, either or, of those are the only two pairs that work. So there's the green screen. Let's get into the computer and check it out. Oh, let me show you one other thing I'm doing here, guys, is on my other screen. I don't know if you can see this on the screen or not, but I'm logging the hour, right? And if you don't start on the hour, that's fine, but you still want to ideally track your metrics per hour, because I'm just saying ideally for tracking numbers and figuring out metrics and using them, valuable information later, you'd want to track at least a half hour, but preferably an hour. Dials is just everyone you dial, whether they answer or not, voicemail, whatever. Contact is, of course, somebody answers the phone. And then a lead is somebody that wants to continue the conversation with you. So we're going to just do tick marks. You could just do ones here until, whatever works for you. I mean, you just do one as you're dialing. And then you could do a sum here. You could say equals sum, parentheses, and, do this huge column. Something like that. And you could do something for contacts. I mean, it's all up to you how you want to do it, right? I'm just showing you some shortcuts. If you wanted to, you could do that here, dials, contacts. You could do the 111, right? And then you can copy this formula because it's the next column over, but check the numbers here, right? Sum F6 to F23, boom, boom, boom. Just make sure that if you go past 23 here, which you probably should, that you increase this last number in your formula. So, but you can see it's adding it up for you, but you just got to make sure you're tracking it. You could also just type as you're dialing, right? I mean, again, it's all up to you what makes sense. You don't want to think about it. You could use a sheet of paper. I just happen to have Excel, and my desk is, there's not much real estate on my desk here with all the filming equipment and the audio stuff. So, and now my laptop on top of my keyboard for my desktop, I'm filming my face on. So, all right. So we got KV Core. We got the FSBO script. Let's go to the script. And I don't even memorize myself yet. In fact, I'll be honest, guys, last week, I was so busy with my day job and filming this stuff and getting the emails set up for you guys that, because this is the first one we're doing, thought myself I was going to commit to 3 hours a day just along with you guys, and I didn't. So hopefully this week will be better and I can knock it out. But I said, hey, it's Saturday. I have no excuses. I got a bunch of stuff to do at home, painting and catching up on things because I had a crazy week. But there's no excuses. So I'm going to do at least an hour right now. Yeah. And so I like to have the street name. It's part of the script here, right? I've heard other guys say stuff like, hey, can we keep in touch via email? Play it by ear, but have those statements in your back pocket, right? So you don't have to really think about it, so you're not stumbling, so you're not trying to read it. Just say, basically, as you continue on, whether they want to meet or not, most of them are not going to want to meet, right? It's the first time they ever heard from you. You'll just say, hey, well, let's do this. I'll send you an email with my for sale by owner backup plan. You could take a look at it, and if it's something you want to discuss later on down the road, we could do that. Fair enough? Oh, now here's the thing I didn't test out, right? We might have to test this on my wife. What I don't know is KV Core going to dial from my phone, right? Because the phone gets Bluetooth to the laptop when you do this trick. Let me show you this trick. So when you click on the lead and you got to highlight their number, right? And in Safari only, not in Chrome, I've tried this, right? You'll get this little drop-down arrow here after you highlight it. So if you open up the lead, you're going to go over here and highlight their phone number. You can just double-click it. It'll select it all. And then you'll get this little drop-down. Click the down arrow, and you'll see this call using iPhone. So we're going to do that right now and see if it connects to my headset or not. If not, I'm going to have to connect my headset to my laptop. So let's find out. So what I found was I couldn't hear it. It said it wanted to talk through my computer, it seemed like, but my computer, I wonder what would happen because it said it was connected to my laptop via Bluetooth. She's used to me doing these shenanigans. So let's So now I got to pair this to my laptop. Apparently I've never done that. Pretty new headset. I bought it for calling. So get what you need to be successful. So now you can see this. We hit connect. One device connected. So it'll disconnect from the iPhone. I'm just going to double check by going to, what's connected. So it's disconnected from there. Now we're going to call her back, right? So you could see my headset is connected via Bluetooth to my laptop. Okay. Now we're going to go to this trick again. It's going to call using my iPhone. It uses FaceTime. You could ignore it. It's not going to show your video. So, and then you hit call over here to make the call. It says calling using your iPhone, which you can see. Hi, can you hear me? With the help of my wife, that worked. That was a little smoother, I think. So both methods worked. I don't know if you caught that. I'll explain it again. The best I can is my headset was connected via Bluetooth to my iPhone. Okay, this is a Jabra. What's this model? You don't need anything fancy, but I like it. I talk a lot on the phone. It's a Jabra Evolve 2 65. All right, so what we got going on now is I tried the first time with my Jabra connected to via Bluetooth, the headset via Bluetooth to my iPhone, and then I used the Safari browser KV Core to right click and dial using my iPhone. It dialed using the iPhone, but I couldn't hear with my headset because my iPhone thought I was talking through my laptop. And that would have worked through my laptop. You could plug in the wired Apple headphones to your laptop and that would have worked fine. So that works. That's one option. Okay. Just let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to help them. This is techie stuff, but I'm kind of experimenting. That's one option, is if you have a wired headset that plugs into your laptop and it's a MacBook, you can still use KV Core Safari browser, right click like I showed you and say call using my iPhone. It'll call using your iPhone, but the audio will be all through your computer. It's just using your cell number to dial. What I'm doing, just because I have a wireless Bluetooth headset and I wanted to not have to click the switch to headset button at every call, I want it to be as quick, seamless as possible. I have it set up now where my headset's connected to my computer. Okay, let's just show you. If you go to Bluetooth on here, you can see it's connected to that. It is not connected to my phone. I verified it. And I just right clicked and dialed here or not right click, but I hit this little drop down and said call number using iPhone. And it calls it. It shows up here seamlessly and boom, you're on the computer, you're talking to them. So then what we're going to do is just to kind of walk you through this so you guys are ready, so you can practice. Now you're talking to them, blah, blah, blah. The only thing is with the new call, right? So here's the thing. You can do that, but when you say new call, yeah, maybe it's better to do that. So when you say new call, you don't want to say call now or it's going to use that smart number. And unless you have the dedicated smart number, you don't want to do that. But now you could manually say log call and type in what happened. But what's nice is you're not locked in there yet like you are on the mobile app. You're in their lead info here, right? You could see that she viewed something. She viewed the $1.7 million property. That sounds right. I think I showed her that one. It's a pretty cool place. But you could see the activity, right, that the person had. You could look at any alerts you have set up for them. You could see their address and all that stuff on here. So that's what's really neat. And then you could take that address, right, copy, paste, throw it in Google here, pull up their FSBO listing, whatever, and or just go over to your script here. So we're going to start dialing. I'm going to change this to 5:35, let's just say 5:40 p.m. And we're going to go to dial. I'm doing this for you guys though, and for myself, my own edification and experimentation, but also I could refer to this video later and go, oh, that's how I did that, right? So as long as QuickTime will keep recording my screen, you could do what you like, but what I recommend is calling just the same group. So you're kind of focused on, oh, it's a FSBO, your mindset's in the right spot, right? So you're going to want to filter on that tag or whatever tag you're calling. The way you do that is you go to Smart CRM. If you're using KV Core, you go to Smart CRM here, 84. So it actually did filter the FSBOs. And we're still in KV Core on Safari. All right, so things are looking up. Don't let anything stop you guys. Just try different things. So maybe it didn't like that I had KV Core open in 2 different browsers or had it open twice. But whatever it is, just look out for that. I'm here for you guys. Technical. Even if I don't understand the why, I can help you hopefully get to the other end. because at the end of the day, we want to just start calling. No excuses. Let's go. Highlight the whole thing. There we go. Hit call. Let's go. Let's do this. Victoria McQueen Drive. Making the call. Oh, got to click call. Making the call. Hi, Vicki. This is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. Just calling about your property on McQueen Drive. Wanted to see if there's anything I could do to help you out and how everything's going for you. Unlike other realtors, I think it's great you're selling it by yourself, despite what they may have told you. So if there's anything I could do for you, if you're looking for anything to buy, just let me know. Again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks. Have a good day. And so what's great there is that without even touching my phone, I could end the call. I can mute it. I can do all sorts of things. Hopefully you guys saw that on my screen. And I was able to talk to her. Now, I don't have the voicemail script here. I just kind of wing it based on what they say. Perhaps send a text to that number or something like that. But I was just watching a guy that if he got their voicemail and they said their name, he would just text the number and say Vicky ? Like he would just put their name in ? He said most people will reply. If they didn't say their name in their voicemail, that he would just put their street name, like, 145 Main Street ? They'd reply back and they still engage with them. So I could try that trick with her, but let's call record and let's record it. I started actually at 5:45 and see my phone's locked. And that was my beef with KV Core Dialer is it was locked. I had to unlock it. It was just cumbersome to use it and log everything and keep going. So we're going to say new call. We're going to say log call in the middle, right? Because the call now over here is going to use the dialer with that shared smart number, which we do not want to do. So we're going to say log call. It was outbound. Not home. Darn it. I wish you could delete this. Can you delete this activity? Oh man, that's screwed. Anyway, going to go to new call, log a call. Outbound. Apparently, as soon as you click one of these numbers, that's it. I thought there was a save button here, but never mind. We're learning, right? So under log call, we're going to say, got her, we're not going to yell with uppercase, got her
voicemail, left a message offering to help. Did not contact previous record.
You're going to say not home. And now it logs it right here. It'll say outbound call, not home. And you can see the notes. Now, what I like to do, especially when I start talking to people, is see how there's these notes throughout and they're on a timeline. But what I like to do is add a note and I'll say, this is when I talk to them. I'll say dog lover, birthday on, 4/1, looking to move in 6 months, whatever it is, right? Anything you learn on the call from talking to them. And then here's the key right here is you say pin to top yes. Okay, so now when you say pin to top yes, I'll just add that note anyway. Well, here, let's change it to this is a test so I don't confuse myself because it's a real person. But now you'll see this is a test. Now, of course, it'll go there anyway with a new note because of the timeline. But as we add more activity and things like that, this note will always be pinned to the top. I like to use it. You can see it's pinned here to just edit it and update it as I make calls. Some people like to do that and have that one note at the top. It's always there. Other people like to just have the timeline with the notes, but anything I can learn or put in one place. So I look there. I don't have to dig through the notes. That's just a tip that I personally like. So we're going to go to the next one. On to the next. Ricky Cruz style. On to the next. On to the next. Love you, Ricky. He's awesome, man. He inspires so many people. So we got Timothy here. Let's do a quick. So 525. Another thing you could do, guys, is just copy that address. Go over to that. Actually, you don't even need Google. You just throw it in the thing there, and it'll use your default search engine. And screw Redfin. It's never up to date. Go right to Zillow because the FSBOs usually will show up in there. And you got to look at the place, and it's kind of easier to read sometimes. You could see the price for sale by owner, 3-bed, 1-bath. This would be a great rental property for somebody. And if he says he was a landlord, I like to ask, do you have any other rental properties you're looking to get rid of or acquire more. And just by asking that simple question, you could get a lot more business. So it looks like you kept it relatively, well maintained. It looks like it was built quite a while back. Got a sweet Harley in there, so you could talk to him about that. This is a nice place, a nice clean floors, the nice cabinets and counters. I mean, this would be a great rental or a nice starter home for somebody. So it looks like he's got fairly update, like newer appliances, a newer floor. He might play guitar or their kid does. I see that Pink Floyd poster. You could, lots to just talk about from these photos. So I like to go through them quick, but, now I see Harleys, I could talk about guitars, I could talk about Pink Floyd, things I like, right? So that helps too. I wasn't looking for that, but it's kind of a bonus you can get just from looking at the photos. So we're going to click this and go right to Timothy on Spring Avenue. Timothy on Spring Avenue. So call using iPhone. Click to make the call. The only thing I don't like is the ringer is very quiet. Another voicemail. Hey, I was looking for Tim on Spring Avenue about your home for sale. This is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor, and I was just seeing if you need any help with that. Unlike other agents may have told you, I absolutely respect the fact you're selling it on your own. I think you'll do just fine. Just seeing if you need a home to buy or anything like that, or if I could help in any other way with, free market reports or what's sold nearby. So again, this is Mike Kramer, local realtor, eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks, bye. Have a good day. On to the next, on to the next. Now I see why he does it, man. You just get amped up. So getting a lot of voicemails. So I'm going to put in, was that only 2 dials so far, man? So yeah, I think I kind of like that column thing I was doing with the dials, contacts, leads. And then you could say equals sum. Let's do that again. That was kind of a good trick. I like that. And then boom, boom, boom. And then the 6-4, what I'll do at the next hour is I'll just reset this, right? I'll delete it and then change this to be this. You know what I mean? But that's kind of cool because now I could just go boom, boom, right? It's counting them for me. Let's keep going, guys. Oh, we got to log that call, man. Don't forget, log that call. Log that call. All right. Left a Vmail, not home. Oh, it said email. You see that? Left an email. Gosh, sometimes I hate autocorrect, I'll tell you when I spell something wrong. Left a voicemail. How about that? Are you going to like that? Yeah, maybe hit space to make sure it doesn't correct it on you. Jeez. Yeah, but you can see here it's the same time. Then you'll go, oh, okay. Yeah, so Victoria and then Tim, and now we're on to, we got no name, but we got Millwood Drive, whatever that says. Let's go. I don't hear this thing ringing. That's the only thing that bothers me. It's faint. I hear it, but it's very faint. A lot of voicemails. I was calling about your property listed for sale on Millwood Drive. My name is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor, and I absolutely respect the fact you're selling it on your own, regardless of what other agents might be telling you. I was just calling to see if I could help in any way, or if you're looking to buy anything, or if I can provide any information, recent sales, things like that. So give me a call back, Mike Kramer, eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks. Have a great day. I can't really talk and type at the same time, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be leaving voicemails, but I figure why not, right? I waited for it. Waited for the rings. Why not leave a voicemail? So we're going to say new call, log call, left a voicemail. In fact, maybe I'll just copy that and say not home. Ashley Kern. Ashley on Cripple Creek Court. Say that 3 times. Cripple Creek Court. Let's give her a call. Maybe we'll get lucky and somebody will answer. Forward to voicemail. She must be getting a million phone calls. Feel bad for some of these people because they don't know how to handle the calls. Hi, Ashley. I was calling about the property for sale at Cripple Creek Court. My name is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. And I was just seeing, I see that you're selling it on your own, it looks like, which is great. I think you're going to do just fine in selling that. I was just seeing if there's anything I can do to help you, or if you need to buy another property or anything. And if I could provide free information, market reports, anything like that, just let me know. Again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks and have a great day. I logged that one on my spreadsheet. And the last one, we're going to say new call, paste, left a voicemail. See, we're getting a little bit faster now, right? Keep up the pace. And here's the thing, guys, the reason I leave a voicemail is people hear me, they hear my name. You know, if they hear me a few times, maybe they'll be like, oh, this guy's, professional. He's calling. He's persistent. Like maybe he'll help me get this done. And you never know. All you need to do is catch them at the right time, right? It's best to call these guys early or on a Monday morning. But no excuses, man. We're going to make our calls no matter what. Laura on New York Lane. New York Lane. Let's give her a call. Laura on New York Lane. Oh, hi, I was looking for Laura. Oh, hi, this is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. I was calling about your property on New York Lane. I understand you're selling it on your own. Is that right? Oh, great. Got it. And I respect the fact you're selling it on your own, regardless of what, some of the other agents may have been calling and telling you. But I'm just curious, are you open to the idea of an agent bringing a buyer for the home? Okay, great. Well, there's no standard fee. A lot of times, like I know when we're looking at listings from other agents selling homes, they'll put right on there and they'll say, 2.5% is common, but there's no standard rate. In fact, it's like illegal for us to have a standard rate. It's a weird law. I don't understand it. So like we have to be very careful of making it clear that it's not a standard rate. But I'd say in most listings I see by other agents say they offer 2.5% to the buyer. Oh, cool. Okay. Right when it's going to get hot. And if like when that happens, like let's say you haven't sold it by them for some reason, what are your plans at that point? Are you going to rent it again? Are you going to fix it up? Oh, okay. I haven't looked at the photos. I'm sorry. Oh, that's great. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's great. End of April. Sounds good. That's true. Yeah, that's thoughtful of you. I love it. Yeah, that sounds great. I look forward to talking to you then. If there's anything I could do to help you out with any information or local sales, anything like that, market reports, I'd be happy to do that for you even before then. So sound good? Great. We'll keep in touch. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. So that was great, guys. I got a kind of a lead, right? And she said she'd want to talk to realtors at the end of April. I'm going to check with her in 2 weeks and just see how things are going. Maybe a week feels too soon. I know a lot of guys will follow up every single week, but just feels a little too soon. But maybe I'll call her in a week from this Monday. I don't know. It doesn't hurt.
Call her a week from Monday. Yeah, let's do that.
Let me show you how to do that. What I should have done, I kind of failed a little bit there, I'll be honest, is it just sounded like she's like, hey, look, I don't want to talk to anyone until the end of the month. So I didn't push it. Yeah, I should have went right into the backup plan thing, and I kind of failed. So I should have said, hey, most likely you're going to sell this immediately. And she already said she'd look at a realtor. So I should have said, let's do this. I'll send you an email with my for sale by owner backup plan. Yeah, I should have went right into that, and I failed, guys. So, and even if I didn't say, hey, do you want my plan? I should have said, hey, let's keep in touch by then. I could send you my resume or some info just so you could put a name to a face to the name. What's the best email for you? Either way, you want to get their email and their permission to send them emails, right? You don't want to get put on spam lists. So that's really important, guys. It's something that everyone talks about. Let's log that call. So we're going to put in, we're going to do two things. We're going to log the call, and then we're going to schedule a new call in here, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to say new call, log call, spoke with Laura. And I don't know why I didn't put these notes. I should have typed right in here. I'm just not used to it. When I'm talking and I can't think too much about other stuff, which is all the time, I'll pull up this notepad. It's just a computer notepad I use. It happens to be called BB Edit. I had to download it, but you could use any notepad. It's just, I should be typing it right in KV Core. It's just a habit that anything I'm doing ever, not just making calls, I make notes in this program. So we'll literally just copy or cut and paste that in here.
So spoke with Laura. She has tenants in there now. Their lease is up June 30th. They are going to Florida.
I also should have asked her, since she's a landlord, if she has any other properties that she was interested in selling, but we could follow up with her and ask her all that later. So
she said to call end of April. She might get a realtor. Okay.
Her for email, and now we're going to say contacted, right? Make sure you hit the right button there. That was great. We reached out to somebody, and in fact, here I'm going to put in my first contact, and look at that. We got 4 dials, 1 contact. Not bad, guys. So it's usually we like a 50% ratio, but and you could even say like contact ratio, right? If you want to do the math, but you could just use a calculator later, but you could say equals this divided by that, and then change that to a percentage. 25%. I don't even like the decimal there. Let's just get rid of the decimal. All right. And then lead to contact ratio. It's going to be a little worse, but that divided by that. Oh, let's just copy this cell here to get the formatting. It's just faster. And then we'll say equals that divided by that. So that's just how you do some Excel stuff. Maybe I'll just call this lead ratio so it's shorter. 4 dials under the belt, 1 contact, right? It's 6:08. We started 5:45, 6:45. I don't think we're going to do another hour really. So the other thing I wanted to show you here was now we could also put in, there is no status as a landlord, is there? But we could add a hashtag, right? We could say that we could say landlord. Boom. Tired landlord. I guess we'll just do lowercase landlord. Oh, it changed it anyway, whatever. And then we're also going to say, oh no, that's weird because I thought when you hit contacted, at least on the mobile app, when you say contacted, it changes them to an active lead, which kind of drove me insane. I don't think the desktop one does that, it looks like. So interesting. All right, so we changed that. We're also going to do this, guys. We're going to say new call, schedule call. And we are going to schedule this call a week from Monday. And it's because 2 weekends will have passed then, and we could say, how did you do? Did you have a lot of showings? The market's been hot. It's been crazy. How many showings did you get? And if she's like, none, then they start to have the fear and doubt. I don't like to work on that, but it's real, right? I mean, they're actually wondering like, man, it'd just be easier to just get a realtor. Sync with Google. No. You could do all that stuff. I just don't. So we're going to say schedule a call. And now what'll happen, you see this on here, next call, is when it comes up, for one, if I just pull her up by hashtag again, I'll see this and go, oh, okay, I'll wait and call her back then. And I would just hit next, or I could snooze it. It'll also show up. I don't want to get rid of this window yet, but well, actually, I think I can. Laura O'Malley, right? She should be, right there. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 dials, so I missed one. Our contact ratio just went down. That's all right. It could be the hour, right? And that's the whole thing. We could see at 6 o'clock on a Saturday might be a terrible time to call people in my market. Every market's different, but we're collecting information. And just like Google, we're going to use that information our advantage. All right, let's look at, there we go. Okay. So the desktop does the same thing. When you say contacted, it'll automatically change them to an active lead. So I suppose that's fair. What you want to be careful of is, let's look at our diagram I came up with, right? So this is for everyone's KV Core default behavior, at least for EXP, but probably anyone that uses KV Core, is you could see on here that it says, am I still recording? Okay. It says on here that other statuses, right? And then blah, 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 blah. But right here, if status is active lead and they visit your website, do any of these things, it's going to send an email and a text to them. And that could be bad, but you just want to be aware of it. It's supposed to nurture that lead so that you're talking to them and blah, blah, blah. But you just got to be careful because that's all automated. The only time it almost screwed me over is that when I had a client, I was showing them homes and I did not put them as a client. I didn't change their status to client. They were in there as an active lead. And I thought active meaning like I'm showing them homes, right? I didn't move them to client. Because of that, when they looked at something on my website, a property, where I sent them a text, I think, with the properties we were looking at that weekend. They clicked it, and then it sent them a text immediately when they clicked it saying, oh, hey, it looks like you're looking at homes. Should I reach out? And did you want to have a conversation or whatever the text says, right? And I'll show you in KV Core just so you can check this out yourself. If you go to marketing, I don't want to bounce out of here, but if you go to marketing and all marketing, you'll see behavior alerts. And I think it'll be on the right side over there. And you look at behavior alerts, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, where it says if they're active lead, if they're whatever, it's going to send an email and a text, and you could look at all that stuff. I map that out to this so that I'm a visual person. I need to see these kind of flow charts. And I was also going to map out email campaigns and how those work, as well as this behavior automation, which I should probably draw a little better, but this happens too. So if a new lead or prospect responds, to any of your texts or emails, the system will move them to active status. And just like when we said contacted, and we talked to the person, it moved them to active lead. So it's just stuff to be aware of that your system is doing. Since I'm not sending her emails yet, and she's not going to be able to reply yet, whatever, I'm not too worried about that. And if anything happens, you just have a conversation with them and go, oh, hey, I saw this email went out. I'm sorry, that was my automated system, blah, blah, blah. It gives you another excuse to talk to them. You can see here it marked her as FSBO landlord. We're going to just click on the next person. This person is in Naperville, Parkside Road. Let's keep the dialing going, guys. I talk too much. Let's go. A deal on Parkside Road. Voicemail. Hi, Adil. This is Mike. I was just calling about the property on Parkside Road. It looks like you have it for sale on your own, which is great. I respect the fact you're selling on your own, regardless of what other agents are telling you. I just wanted to see if there's anything I could do for you at all, whether it's get you some free, market information, or if there's a home you need to buy when you sell that one, or anything at all. Just let me know. This is Mike Kramer at eXp Realty. My number is 630-999-4202. Look forward to talking to you. Have a great day. Spreadsheet. Piece of paper is probably easier so you're not bouncing around too much, but there's a dial. Let's log the call. New call. All right. Stanley Wild Rose Drive. Stanley Wild Rose Drive. Voicemail. Hi, Maggie. This is Mike Kramer. I was just calling about the property I think you have for sale on Wild Rose Drive. Just seeing if there's anything I could do for you. It looks like you're selling on your own, which is fantastic. I don't think you'll have any problem selling it. Just let me know if there's anything I could do for you, like free market reports or stuff that sold in the area. If you're looking for a home to buy, let me know. Again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty at 630-999-4202. Thanks and have a great day. Maggie. So she said her name was Maggie. You can see here it says Stanley, right? So we're going to want to add a note. Let's pin it, right? Voicemail, female name said Maggie. We're going to add a note. We're going to log a call. Left a voicemail for Maggie. Yeah, that's about all I can say. We're going to say not home. Now, I could update the record to say Maggie. I'm not certain I want to do that yet, right? So if you have Forewarn, it's a mobile app a lot of us realtors get. You might get it I got it from my realtor association. Click on Forewarn and log in and put in this phone number that you got somebody else's name for. Like the name doesn't match your lead record. And you hit search by phone number. And now I see this person's name. There is a Magdalena. She might go by Maggie, but her address is in McHenry, a whole different city, not too far from this other one. So either they moved and they were renting this one or something else happened, but the Stanley name and that last name is not on this. This might be wrong info. So in the custom note, I'm going to edit that. I'm going to just say Forewarn shows this phone number belonging. If not, ask if you can do anything for them. Just see if you could help them, guys. That's all it's about. So you can see how I could edit that because I created it. These automatic ones you can't edit. Now this note looks like, okay, so any note apparently you can edit. So I didn't create that one, but it came in through the API. So maybe it looks like to the system as it wasn't like KV Core didn't generate this note. My API from my lead source, My Plus Leads did. So maybe that's why. In this case, because, I looked her up by the system, right? By this Forewarn, because the name was completely different, I am going to put in Maggie because that's how she answered her voicemail, and DEC, I guess? I don't know. It seems truncated, but yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll just put it in like it says. On to the next, guys. Now I lost track. So that's why you want to get in the habit of doing this like boom, boom, boom. I think I might have logged it. I don't know. Kelly on 7th Street. Now this is right down the street from me. So this is cool. Let's give her a call. We're not going to say I'm looking for Kelly. I'm just going to say, hi, Kelly. Now the ringing's much louder, so I don't know what changed, but voicemail. I was looking for Kelly about the property on 7th Street in St. Charles. This is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor, and I understand you're selling this on your own, which is fantastic. I don't think you'll have any issue selling it regardless of what other agents might have told you, but so just see if there's anything I can do for you whatsoever. If you have a home to buy, or if I can get you any free market information or anything like that, just let me know. Again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty at 630-999-4202. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. I logged that one in the spreadsheet. I'm going to log the call. Oh, so the only drawback, I should bring this up, well, because we were talking about the headsets earlier. The only drawback to having this headset tied to my laptop right now instead of my cell phone is if any of these people call back on my cell while I'm doing this, it's not going to connect to my headset at all. It's not a disaster, right? It's just something to be aware of. So I could either put them on speaker, I could answer it, the regular way and or I could, I might be able to let me switch on the fly to my headset, which could be a little cumbersome when you're answering it. You could also send them to a voicemail and just call them later. You want to get those people, if they call you, you want to answer your phone, but you also want to focus on these calls. We got 20 more minutes left, guys. So I'm going to just keep dialing and see how many I can get. Trying to get some left to voicemail, not home. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Donald on Sheffield Drive. Let's call him. What's up, Donald? Hi, Steve. This is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. I was calling about a property I think you might have for sale on Sheffield Drive. Oh, great. All right. Is there anything I could do for you? Or he hung up on me. Okay. Under contract. He said under contract, hung up on me. But he said his name was Steve. So I don't know why the name is Donald, but let's pull up our forewarn. And sure enough, comes up as Stephen William. And same last name. Okay, so I don't know where this got this Donald. Now that could be, I wonder if people in FSBO use a different first name that you're calling about the FSBO. That would be interesting. We're going to change that to Steve. And we're also going to put in new call, log call. I'm putting the address just in case the validation that KV Core runs on its own updates the address or something happens where this gets changed. If the guy moves or, who knows, right? So I'm just putting that under there. And that way I could just check the county records, right? Things like that. But see, here's the problem, right? Contacted, marked as an active lead and start getting my emails. And I don't want that. He's under contract, but not with me. So what do you do here with KV Core? Does anyone know? Do I put them just as Sphere? Do I archive them? I don't like the idea of archiving. I don't think that's a great option. All right, let's call John on Kristen Circle. Stay with me, guys. Might be boring, but hopefully you learn something. Voicemail. Hi, John. This is Mike Kramer. I was calling about the property you have for sale on Kristen Circle. It looks like you're selling it on your own, which is fantastic. I don't think you'll have any issues selling it, despite what other agents may have told you. But if just calling to see if there's anything I can do for you, if there's a home, if you need to buy another home, or if you need any free market information, recent home sales, etc., please reach out to me. It's Mike Kramer at eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks and have a great day. All right. So left a voicemail. On to the next. On to the next. I don't know why that gets stuck in my head. Thanks a lot, Ricky. Stuck in my head now. Karen Lorraine's Circle. Hi, John. This is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. I was calling about the property you have for sale on Lorraine Circle. And I don't think you'll have any issue selling it yourself, despite what other agents may have told you. But just see if there's anything I can do for you whatsoever, free market reports, or if you need to buy a home or anything like that, please reach out to me. It's Mike Kramer with eXp Realty, 630-999-4202. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. All right. We got a dial, no contact. So I said John. I'm going to put in John. He said John Hall. So we're going to log a new call. We're going to say left a voicemail, not home. Boom. On to the next. James at Fawn Ridge Drive. Where the heck is Oakwood Hills? You run into these places where it's like, I don't even know where that is. Oh, north. Okay. Up by Carrie. Not Gary. Gary's scary. Carrie's nice though. But, okay. So up there by Crystal Lake. I'm down here around St. Charles, but that's not bad. All right. Oakwood Hills. What's it called? Fawn Ridge Drive. Fawn Ridge. Hi, James. Hey, this is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor. I was calling about the property you have for sale on Fawn Ridge. So I understand you're selling that on your own. Is that right? Got it. Awesome. I respect the fact you're selling it on your own, regardless of what other agents might be telling you. But I'm just curious, are you open to the idea of an agent bringing you a buyer for the home? Oh, okay. So you found a realtor you're working with? Oh, cool. Okay. Well, So let me know if there's like anything at all I could do for you. Are you looking for a home to buy or anything? Would you like a realtor for that? It doesn't cost you anything extra. Oh, great. Well, yeah, let me know if there's anything I could do for you. Or if you do you want to copy my for sale by owner backup plan? It's like free information. I can just email it to you. All right. What's the best email for you typically? Okay. Awesome. I'll send it out to you just so you can put a face to the name and just let me know if there's anything I can do for you. All right. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye. All right. So they said they're working with an agent and most people are just like, right. And hang up and, oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll be of great service to you. But the thing is like, I don't know if they sign a contract with him. I should have probably asked him that. But to buy a new home, he said he's working with somebody, right? So that's fine, but he's not working with an agent to sell the home. I'm not infringing on anybody there. I just said, hey, if there's anything I could do for you, let me know. Just looking to help people. And sometimes they just lie to get you out of their hair. Like, yeah, I'm working with an agent, F off. I don't want to talk to you, right? So I look at like, hey, I absolutely respect other agents. I am not going to try to talk this person into using me, especially if they sign anything with another agent. The deal is like, hey, if you need help selling your home, let me send you an email and see if I can help you. I'll send you my free information. He's got my name and face and everything like that. And if there's just anything I could do to help him in the future, he'll let me know, hopefully. I'll also give him a call. You know me. I'm not going to bug him about buying the home because he said he's working with an agent on that. So I could always follow up, see how things are going and just say, hey, and ask him then, did you sign anything with the other agent or whatever? So, but I'm really looking more for listings anyway, so it's not a big deal. I always have this script up and I hate taking notes in there, right? But so really I got to get in the habit of, taking these notes in here, right? So now I got his email, guys. That's great. I can follow up with him, stuff like that. Keep in touch with him that way. But he did answer James. So I would put Jim if he said, Jim, we're going to do a new call, log a call, said, so he paid a flat rate for MLS.
That will be live on Monday. That would be the 3rd, 4-3.
We're also going to go, look at this. We got a dial and a contact. I think that's what I screwed up is when I logged a contact, I forgot to also log a dial. So dial, again, guys, is like every single dial you're making. And then the contact, of course, is only the ones that answer. And that way you know how many answered per dial. And you get a contact ratio. I'd love it to be more like 50%. It's looking like, at least on a Saturday night, 25% is about it. Burning Trail. Dennis on Burning Trail. Let's call him. Voicemail. Hi, Dennis. I was calling about the property on Burning Trail Drive. My name is Mike Kramer. I'm a local realtor, and it looks like you're selling it on your own, which is fantastic. I don't think you'll have any issues. Just see if there's anything I could do to help with either free, market information or market reports, things like that. And if you're looking to buy a new home, just let me know. So again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty. I'm at 630-999-4202. Thanks and have a great day. Smiling and dialing. You got to be smiling and dialing. All right. So did I log that one? Log that one. Not home. Go. Only got a couple minutes for this first hour. Goes quick, guys. I'm telling you, once you get started, it'll go so quick. You won't even know what hit you. Let's go. Leslie. Douglas Avenue. Hi, Leslie. This is Mike Kramer is calling about the property on Douglas Avenue for sale. Just seeing if there's anything I can do to help out. It looks like you're selling on your own, which is fantastic. I don't think you'll have any problems, but let me know if I can get you any free information or if you need to buy a home. Again, this is Mike Kramer with eXp Realty. I'm at 630-999-4202. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. All right. She had some Spanish and English on her voicemail. Also, I'm just making a note of that. Okay, just a couple minutes left, guys, in our hour. So, hi, Med. Hi. This is Mike Kramer. I was calling about the property for sale on Salem Square. Are you selling that on your own? Is that right? Mike Kramer, I'm a local realtor. You're not selling a house right now? Oh, did it close or sell or? Oh, okay. Is there anything I could do for you? Like get you some information or looking for a new house or anything? Oh, okay. Are you looking in Bolingbrook or where are you looking? Oh, okay. Villa Park, Lombard, and what was the other town? Okay. Oh, not Bowling. Okay. Okay. And do you have a budget in mind of how much you're looking to spend? Okay. I could set you up with a search. Okay. So the lot's kind of important to you to have the bigger lot. Okay. What's a good email for you? I could send you some, when I find stuff, I could send it your way. I'm sorry. What's that? Okay. At CD Mail. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll send you something, and then, we'll stay in touch and see what I can find for you. How's that sound? All right, great. Have a great night. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Woo! Good way to end it, guys, for that first hour. Right? I'll let you go so you have to watch me all night long, but I might have missed some of the dials. Hopefully not, but we got another contact. So that would bring our contact ratio up to 33. So let's check here how many we had. 12 dials. 12 dials an hour is about what I tell people you should get. It doesn't make sense, but he's looking for a home in this other area. And oh, shoot. Wow. Oh, guys. Look at that. So I went to call now and then back to log call. I don't know why. And I lost all the notes. Don't ever do that without hitting one of these buttons. Wow. So that's why notepads are good, like either digital like this or the other thing, because it does what I tell it to instead of KV Core, which does whatever it feels like. That's crazy. I just went to another tab and it just lost it. So from what I remember, he said he's looking for 4 to 5 bed. So that's a great buyer's lead, guys, by the way. So I'm going to keep in touch with him, nurture it a little bit. I don't know what his timeline is like. So those are things I should have asked him, like, hey, when are you looking to move? Things like that. So I'll schedule a call with him. I'll set him up on a search. I'll call him Tuesday next week, maybe Wednesday, and say, hey, did you get my emails and what's your timeline? I asked what his budget was and he said he's looking for a nice house. I'll just get his feedback from the searches, Always find out the timeline and find out why they want to move. That's key expert advice I can give you right there. So let's wrap this up and see how we did for our hour. I'm going to copy this email. I don't know if that's right, but add email. I'm going to follow up with him. Call and ask his timeline and why he is moving. Okay, so we're going to schedule a call. Oh, due date. We're going to call on let's call him Wednesday. All right, call him Wednesday. We'll just put it for 9 a.m. It doesn't mean I have to call him, but it'll be on my to-do list for that day. So there you go. April 5th, 9 a.m. schedule call. Shows up there. Boom. So let's close that with med, right? And now let's count these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at this. Name was in there twice. Here's another duplicate. 14, 15. I made 15 dials. Boom. So we made 15 dials, but we've only contacted 4. So our contact ratio went back down 27%. But, so that's how you do that, guys. You could use the hash marks here, but then just update it. And then leads, I got one good buyer lead, one buyer, one seller lead. And then I'm going to write a to-do list, create, actually, I'm going to send myself an email. So here's what's kind of cool is if I refresh this screen, guys, we're going to see who went active, right? So here's an active one, Laura. Here's an active one, Steve. And then we got James. And so I know Med Chowdhury, we're going to copy his name. Yeah. So I should have had that in my notes right there, that with the call that he wanted my, email him or a to-do. I need a good way. You could say, is there a task? I thought there was add task. So right here, you could set up an add task, although that's for this person, isn't it? Plan. Let's see how this works. I have never used this. So let's see. Oh, set up a time later than now. So when we do that, let's see, it probably just shows up here, doesn't it? Incomplete tasks. Probably in a few minutes, just show up here as a task. Cool, guys. Hope you had fun and hope you're making those calls. So let me know if you have any problems, technical or otherwise, and I'll see what I can do for you. Good luck. Have a great day and let's get it.